Alright, so I'm back. My stream knocked me out earlier, so I hate to have to make two videos, but I don't want to leave this incomplete. So I'm back. I started the MPC beat arranging live stream and chat earlier, probably a couple hours early, and got kicked out. So I want to do this, so finish it up. If you didn't catch that, you can catch it on the replay. It's still, in my video list, or it should be soon, eventually. But you might have got a notification. If you didn't catch it, go ahead and catch it. That'll be part 1, and then this is the continuation. I'm gonna just start where I left off. I've had my MPC on for a minute, give my phone a little moment to cool off, and then I'm also gonna try to unplug some of these things. So I just got a lot going on with the phone. Like, everything's in my phone. So anyways, this is where we're at. I was just trying to create my first intro sequence. What up, So 100? Hey, brother. Thank you for dropping in, man. My stream crashed, but I'm trying to keep it going so I can have a part 1 and part 2. So if you missed it, I started out over there. Tester Tips, what's up? So I don't think you guys were in the first one, but I appreciate you guys showing up for this one. So I'll just go ahead and get it started and get my camera overhead going, and let's chat it up and talk about finishing our beats. It's something I've been struggling with, but right here I have my intro sequence, and I was working on kind of building the beat up to drop it to my hook sequence. So this is what I have so far, just trying to get it to sound smooth. So let me go ahead, I'm gonna move out here. So before I even export my song mode, my song from song mode, I'll just do the next sequence thing to see how it sounds. So here's my hook. Okay, so there's one of the things, is kind of a cookie cutter thing I do. Since I've got a crash, I could put this crash here. I'll just copy it. And do a reverse. And then program that in. Let's go back to, or let's go to my cymbals. And then I don't need any of these crashes here, so let me erase these ones. And then we'll program in this reverse crash. One thing I forgot to do, though, I want to put these, go to the master and put these on the same mute group. Mute group 2. Okay. Give it a preview. What up, Camouflage Instrumentals? It's kind of a weak hit. Wait, where am I at? I'll go back to the intro sequence. I'll move this a little bit. Nudge. Let's go nudge. just kind of preview it, you know, go through and preview it and see how it sounds leading into my hook. Just mess around with it, that's all. I'll go back to this sampled stuff and pull this back. To the intro. Thank you. Greetings from California, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so back and just messing around with some certain things here. So this is my intro. Cut out. I still want to break it down, so that little piano that's kind of, you know, dun, 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 playing like a hi-hat pattern, I'll probably drop that out too, like just doing a little bit of a drop. So you bring some things in with the intro, but then as it builds up to the hook, kind of drop some things out, and then, you know, so I think that intensifies the kind of the knock when the whole beat drops when the drums come in. So probably get rid of these and then see what that sounds like. Next sequence, preview it. That's a little premature, so maybe just cut out the last few notes. I think it sounds kind of weird how I have this break coming in. So there's got to be something that I could do to make it smoother. Where is that break at? It's like way over here. Maybe just keep it in the whole time. Have it come in a little bit later. Where's that? Maybe have it muted. So maybe mute it out. So I'm gonna master, put it on mute group 3, grab a blank pad, put 3 on there. Time. Still a little premature. Yeah, man, like I'm saying, it's been a while since I did this. Really just trying to get back and actually finishing things. So, you know, join me for the journey. I know a lot of y'all are struggling to get your beats done, so I'm taking this 4 bar stack loops and trying to get them into a song. I kind of like that. So here's my hook. So So my hook, I'll usually leave it at like all the elements, right? And then at the intro of part 1 of this arrangement stream, go check it out if you missed it. It'll be the video sitting right under this one. But I was playing this lead part, right? Yeah, the arrangement view. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. Like I am. See, this can be pretty easy, but obviously I'm doing a lot of like experimentation, and it's been a while. But if you get in the groove of using song mode, you kind of know where to place things, and you have a little bit of a formula. And I know that sounds kind of counter creative to have a formula, and that sounds corny and stuff, but it's good to have some kind of templates here and there. So I talked about that in the part 1 of this stream, the other video. So like I have created like a template. I'll just go back and show you guys here, and I'll show more detail in the other one, like I was saying. But I've created a template in song mode, so I've named all the parts of my sequences, and you can do this, like create a blank one and then drop them in here, and then save a blank template. So every time you create on those sequences, and you have them already laid out. So it saves you some time. So like you said, the arrangement view would probably save you a lot more time if you had, you know, also a visual along with your, you know, audible, using your ears to do it. But this is how we're doing it now, and if it looks slow, it's because I'm a little bit rusty. I think you can move through this a little bit smoother if you're in the practice of doing it. So my hook, so I got my intro pretty much down. Now my hook is usually everything that I've created, and I was saying at the intro of the other one, the other video, I was figuring out whether I want to add this other part as well. But I think since like I've been trying to move towards songwriting, I'm stepping away from like adding that extra last element that I think my beat needs, because when I do that, like it doesn't leave room for my voice. So if I'm trying to write, there's a clashing of the hook that I'm not able to write to, because I'm playing it on the keyboard, and it doesn't match the limitations of maybe what my voice is, or maybe because I can't necessarily sing. So if I write a melody, sometimes it can harmonize. But anyways, my point is I'm moving towards maybe writing hooks using my voice for that last element to complete a beat. You know what I mean? To add a melody or something. But I had this. But I think I might save this as just a little interest to add to the verse. So my hook, I'm probably going to leave here. And then I'm going to move to my section B, because I've created hook A and hook B in order to add some variation to hook B, so that there also is like a dropout too, which transitions to the next section, which will be like the verse. So taking a look at that, I'm on hook A right now, which is just everything. It's the whole beat that I made, right? And now I got hook B. So at this point, everything, all these other copies that I've made are just the whole beat. And now I'm at the point of subtracting stuff. So for hook B, I'm going to drop out something towards the end of the beat and see how that sounds leading into the verse. So I could probably save myself some time if I go to the start and just go like the last 2 bars. Or is it start from the last 2 bars? Trying to figure out why this break isn't playing right now. It should be playing. So I'm on B for some reason. The break is not playing. Hey, what up, Cinematic Toys? I've heard about people having issues with their 2.10. What exactly is happening with yours? So like my question, I haven't really got involved with that conversation, um, just because I really haven't had any issues as far as I can tell. And so I'm wondering if the people that are having the issues with 2.10 are connected to a computer. Is it issue with the software itself on a computer, or is it with standalone? Because I really, no, I really can't think of any issues yet. But honestly, maybe I'm not on the MPC as much as I'd want to be. So maybe if I was on there more, it'd be increase the chances of it. Shuts down upon loading. Like you turn it on and immediately, like you load up a project and immediately it just shuts down. Or is it all the time? Is it just not turning on? But yeah, see, mine's good. I haven't seen any issues yet. Camouflage instrumentals, no issues here. So yeah, once again, it's an expansion after loading an expansion. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the issue. Have you been able to troubleshoot it? See if the issue is like the expansion itself or something. I don't know. And again, is it standalone or is your software shutting down? But okay, so I was using. I never use clips, but I was using clips for this. I don't want to use clips for this though right now. For my break. I have no idea why it's not playing. It's programmed in there. I don't know. I'm gonna recopy hook A. See if that fixes it for some reason. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to do. Just undo, and then so hook A sequence, copy it to where my hook B is, and just overwrite it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that fixed it. I don't know why. I don't know why that was doing that. Okay. What expansion is it? Just so I could ask. Maybe that'll give us more of an idea. Okay, so I'm on the hook section B section of my hook. And then I was gonna go 3. Oh, that's why it wasn't playing. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so this hook is only programmed at bar 1. So all right, forget this. That could be a shortcut to editing, like, you just use your start endpoint so you don't have to repeat it. But I also use this knob here to locate to different sections. Okay, so what am I not? First thing I'll pull out towards the end. Actually, let me just add. I'll do the same thing with this symbol here. Okay, so just added that reverse symbol, and then I'm gonna remove some things. Let's remove some kicks towards the end here. Cut out those kicks. Rim shot. Cut out these rim shots at the end. And then listen. Okay, so now for this to really preview this so it sounds good, I'm gonna work on my verse a little bit before and then go back to my B section of my hook. So for my verse, I'm really gonna drop out a lot of stuff. So I can go to track mute. This is I kind of preview, see what I like. by removing some things, just muting some things out, and then I'll go, if I like it, I'll go and I'll erase it. So I'm gonna mute out the piano repeat. And then I got these chords. Let me mute these chords. And I like how it sounds. It's just the bass line and drums. I'm gonna keep that riser in there. Keep it a little bit interesting. So this would make a good verse, just simply like this. So yeah, so I'm gonna go over here, and well, I'll just keep them muted for now, because I may actually no, I could erase all these chords. So the chords, I'm just gonna remove the chords completely, and all the piano sounds that are on here. Of course, I could just hit erase and do this, but I'm in the grid view, cut, and I could unmute it. So, and then this piano repeat. Also, just erase it this way. So now this is what we got. Okay, so hook B section. Now let's preview that going into the verse. So here we go. So that sounds good. I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing for the B section of verse and erase all the piano. Well, I'm gonna mute the piano and probably erase, because I could like bring, since this is gonna come back around, I'm gonna start to bring some things in. So let me try this and erase the chords, just the beginning, and then towards the end they come back in. And go back to the hook, but probably want to bring in some of that the piano, like the little repeat hat pianos pattern. Something like that. So let's go in here with this piano and erase most of it at the beginning. See how that sounds. So that's it's a decent transition. And then, okay, so what am I thinking about doing here? Then I want to, so on verse B, remove some things as well. Like, kind of a trick that I do is just remove the snares towards the end. And it creates that more interest of a build-up. Again, let's also add the reverse symbol, and then I'm adding that like on bar 4. It sounds okay. And let's kind of do what I did back with the hook, is although I brought that piano back in, the little dun 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 dun, I did drop it out again real quick. I did this, I think, at the intro. Dropped it out again. Drop it out real quick right before it comes back around. Baseline break, yeah. I think you're right there. Yeah, I think you might be right with the bass line. I'm psyched. Yeah, we're back. King O Caesar, we're back. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I appreciate the suggestion. I'm gonna drop out the bass and see that'll probably definitely make it sound knock more when the hook comes back in. I wanted to check out the chat because I was looking at it, and Cinematic Toys. You had another question. How is your audio setup for this live stream? So the audio simply is, I think I have this camera right here. I'll switch to the camera. My my main side view camera. You see me right here. This is a Zoom Q2N 4K camera. So it's a USB camera, and it also works as an audio interface. So I have the outputs of the MPC right here in like what do you call these? It's a stereo TRS, and then to a 1/8 like the little jack stereo, like a headphone size, you know what I mean, like auxiliary size, and that just goes into that because that's the only input it has. So it's the camera and it's the audio for me. And that there's a link to the description, an affiliate link in the description to this camera and like pretty much everything that I'm using right now. So you can check that out there. Okay, so where were we at? We were talking about dropping the bass line, camouflage instrumentals. I appreciate it. Let's take a look at that. So going into verse section B for the verse, going to the bass. That's a bass. Going here. Let's just try dropping these two notes out at the end. Okay, let me preview it. Going into hook A. Okay. Yes, I kind of like that, but I do want to bring this piano repeat. I think I chopped it out a little too early. So let me just get like the last two notes. I swear I'm better at navigating this, like even the grid view. I need to use the cue links, like, you know. All right, hold on. Okay, go back to the sub bass. Let's just cut out these two last pieces. Cut it. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm cutting the wrong sequence. Back to verse B. Yeah, let's cut these out. And I'm going over to sub. I think we'll leave the piano in there. Just cut out the bass. All right. Cut out these last two bass notes and maybe shorten this one. Of course, again, I'm on the wrong sequence. Just fumbling around here. I know the King O Caesar is probably over there being like, see, this is proof. This is proof why we need an arranger mode. Alright, so proof we need an arranger mode. Or I just need some practice. Alright, there we go. Still doesn't sound super smooth to me. I didn't really hear my crash in there. Is that still in there? It's not. I undid so many things that it's not in there. Well, I was looking at the wrong thing. It is there. Okay, so what else can we do? I'm gonna try to shorten that last chord, that bass line. We're cutting it out completely. Okay, so that's pretty smooth. It doesn't like, and it doesn't happen every time for me, like with with the transitions, that like when it drops out, then the beat comes back in, that it really knocks as hard as I'd want it to. So maybe, I don't know, just some experimentation. Maybe it's chance. I don't have all those tricks. Like honestly, like learning the transition thing is something that I really just got into, I think last year when I was doing this, just started doing this arrangement stuff. So man, I'm still learning. If you guys got any tips, let's see them, let's hear them. I know there was some tips on some things in the last stream. Someone was saying, I think maybe automating like a filter on that piano thing, like just some automation stuff would probably help, automating volumes and stuff. So I think I basically have the majority of my sequence, all my sequences other than my outro, but I was playing around with the idea of maybe adding that lead back in to my verse section. But I feel like I might want to add it after I do the whole song mode thing. Then I could start playing around with it from there, because I already have it kind of sectioned out. Then I could just add this as like flavor, you know what I mean? So let's see. First B, and then my outro. So for the outro, what I do is just kind of what I do with the intro, but in reverse. So with the outro, I remove a bunch of the elements and then kind of build some of them up, and then there comes the hook. And then for the outro, we go from the hook, which has everything, to the outro, and then it has everything, and then it starts eliminating, removing things, you know? So I'll do that in a second. I kind of just want to jump in this chat room. Wish I had a drink. Not that kind of drink, just a soda. Let me go check real quick, see if I got something. But automation is easier with an arranger. Yes. I guess. That's another thing I haven't really gotten into too much. I'm really just touching the surface of automation. But like someone said, they want automation to work for the master track, and I want that too. And put it on the sub mixes while you're at it. And so the reason it doesn't work is because they don't have MIDI tracks. So like with the grid view, for all the tracks, you have the automation lanes down at the bottom. You know, you pop this open right here, where you have velocity, and then your automation lanes lie down here. You can add different automation and stuff, and you can write it like this. But if you just write it with your knobs or whatever using the automation up here, then you could still find it there. But the thing is with the master track is you don't have a grid view. You don't have a section for any of the automation to live. So we need that, because I was, when I was getting into automation, like I didn't even bothered, but I was trying to get into automation, and I was setting up sub mixes and auxiliary sends with like reverb and stuff, and I was doing some interesting stuff, I think, for like automating a reverb, and that would kind of be like a build up or a part that happened on a snare right before the change up to a different section, and it sounded really dope. But then I found out quickly, of course, I can't automate that sub mix to do those kinds of things. Yeah, there's always resampling. That's a method of doing things where you can just you know, bake in whatever the effect is to the audio, and then just like programming that in. My camera seems good. My phone, it feels a little warm. It doesn't feel any hotter than it did before, but yeah, that's why it shut off with the other stream. So just to remind you, if you guys didn't check it out earlier today, maybe a couple hours ago, I did the first part of this stream, and then it crashed because my phone overheated, and I turned off sight. I turned this off, and hopefully that's the only difference. I mean, that is the only difference. The other variable that I had was that this was on. Like, I've always plugged it in. It's still plugged in. So if you missed the first part of the arrangement, the first stream, go check it out. You know, it'll be in my video list. Is the one right before this, after it posts. So go check that out. I hate to have to do this. I wish I could have just done one stream, but here we are. So I'm almost done with my process. I just gotta do the outro. But again, I want to see what you guys are saying. Playground of Sound, Akron, Ohio. What's up, man? Leo Pocat, automation on the Studio MK2. I can get perfect lines. Yeah, I like to automate that granulator plugin on the octave setting. It's dope and creates almost like a riser effect out of anything. That's dope. I haven't even tried the granulator. Oh, camouflage instrumentals, drum roll maybe, or change the drum set right before the hook. Good ideas. That's something I definitely need to experiment with. Like, I like the idea of maybe completely switching up the drum kit. It's just for some variation, or like dropping in a different like drum break layered underneath the drums. North Cackalack Split X. Where is that? Yeah, still having those issues with the MPC blacking out. Anthony B, Cincinnati, Ohio. A lot of Ohio peeps right here tonight. Okay. King O Caesar, break out them bag of tricks. Yes, indeed. Yep, that master track automation. The old Rolands had a mastering mode which created a master channel and had a dedicated mastering effects chain. Yeah, I mean, if they just created a track, like a MIDI track, a grid view track for the master, that's all we would need. Of course, I don't know what that means as far as programming that in from like the coder software thing. I have no idea about that stuff, but you know, I can imagine some things. Simply, that's where I see the deficiency is there's nowhere for the automation to live. It needs to be able to be written somewhere. Yeah, running smooth so far. So we're good 40 minutes in. I think I'm gonna be good. Yeah, I'm me too, Leo. I'm trying to learn more about the clips mode and find some creative ways of using it. So that may be something I do for a future video. And that's what I've been thinking with my live stream setup, just like blowing up, just knocking me out lately a lot. I'm probably just gonna sit back and do make some videos rather than doing the streams as much until I just let the channel grow for a while and allow the funds to come and invest in something more. But yeah, site, I'm gonna try out some of the things you mentioned and try to get the computer working, at least for the Dad Beats podcast. But I may just be doing videos for now for a while. Yeah, I'm mastering audio channels so you can record your performances live. No need for an external recorder. So with the new USB audio and like the Tascam that you have site, and I see a lot of people got that. Can't you do something like that where you record to an audio track? So you could do all the, you could probably use XY effects, since I don't think those are automatable on the master. Well, anyways, on master, we're talking about the master, but running through the USB audio like back into one of the audio tracks or something, and then do all that automation. Again, it'd be baked into the audio, but that's kind of a workaround, I guess. Split X, I've really learned a lot from you guys. Lifted, you helped me with the vocal recording. Appreciate y'all. Hey, no doubt, man. I'm glad I can help, and yeah, man, I'm just doing things that I like doing. The vocal recording things, it's an important topic for me because I think ultimately that's the way I'm headed. So you might see my channel morph a little bit more into like songwriting, and that's what I'm trying to get at. So, but I'll still like do it around the MPC for sure. I think this is a tool that's going to be around for a long time. Even if I have gas and I go around buying, other samplers and stuff that are just kind of just soothing me for a little bit and calming the gas down. But here we are. So we got the outro. Everything's on here. I think I'll start with the snare, the rim shot. And I'll quickly cut most of those snares out all the way to the end. And I'll pull out this repetitive piano note sound. I think it'll sound good if it just disappears when that rim shot disappears. This is a good part where automation might come in handy. Let's try that. Let's see if I can do this if I haven't done this. Or maybe I could just do velocity, like just do these individually. And so I don't even need to do automation. They just kind of get quieter. So it's that little piano sound. And so they'll slowly kind of fade. It's kind of abrupt, but sort of works. It's a little smoother, just turning the volume down a little bit gradually. And then let's drop the kicks out. Yeah, let's go up to here. So this crash needs to go. Just cut the bass out after that. So all just a matter of experimentation. If I drop this chord, this is what I'm hearing. If I just drop the chord out. Hold on a sec. And then I'm gonna turn the loop off on the outro, just see how everything just ends up kind of playing out. It just kind of ends with that little open hat and then fades out. Kind of like it though. Well, I don't really like the break just ends with the tss. So again, like I was doing earlier, if I maybe program in a mute. There's my mute. Got this pad. There's just a blank empty pad to mute that break. No. Maybe I'll keep it. Yeah, let's keep it. But one thing I gotta do is, like you already see it, I had overdub on, so my bar is set to 4 because my whole beat that I originally made was 4 bars, right? But I need to turn the bars up on this and turn the loop off so that it actually rings out when I export it, I believe. Maybe it doesn't matter at this point, but I'm just gonna make it 8 bars so it just rings out, you know, and turn the loop off so it doesn't come back around to the intro. So I pretty much have it all done. Let's listen, if we go into song mode from the intro, what it sounds like so far. There we go. So that's basically the outline of my song. When the intro started, I didn't really like how it dropped into the hook. You know what I mean? The transition to the hook, it was kind of weak. So I need to work on that a bit. But from here, say, I guess I'll go back and work on it a little bit. Let's not cut any corners. But yeah, what you guys saying in the chat? I don't want to cut any corners here. Just stay on until I get this right. Because that's kind of the point of this. Me doing the streams is accountability. So once this is done, if I complete this, then I can upload it like I was talking about before. Put it on DistroKid, let it be out there in the world, and let it do what it does. And just, you know, don't get too attached to, you know, one project. Just, you got to practice anyways in the process till you get good at this. So, like, I mean, I uploaded 5 beats that I did as part of my 10-week beat challenge that challenged me to start arranging. So I ended up putting those up. You know, why didn't I do it before? I think my initial goal was to like put them on BeatStars and try selling beats and stuff, because I had a free account. So I did 10 weeks because of that. I remember, because with a free account you put up to 10 beats, and it wasn't BeatStars. I think I was on Airbit. So I think I uploaded them to Airbit, but I've fallen off that because, you know, honestly, it doesn't really interest me. I don't think I'm the beat maker producer necessarily. So this has been a journey of trying to find out, you know, who I am. I think that's important as an artist, and I want to move towards songwriting. So instead of trying to sell beats, I'm gonna try to write songs, and that, you know, comes as you see me do the vocal recording in the MPC and doing it standalone. That's what I want to do. I'm record at least an EP in here of vocals. But in the meantime, if I'm making beats, why not upload them? They've just been sitting in the MPC. Why not put them on DistroKid? And you know what? That's part of my journey here too, is sharing all that music business stuff. That was initially my goal. I started doing vlogs. My first video was like, yo, I'm gonna navigate this music business, try to learn about it, show it to you guys on camera. So if I'm not doing it, if I'm not attempting to do it, I'm kind of staying stagnant. So that's part of this process, and I'm glad along the way certain things give you little pushes and things, and that was a part of the Dad Beats podcast that really did inspire me. So big up to, what was dude's name? Damani, on the Dad Beats podcast. If you haven't checked out that episode, go check it out. You can definitely find it on I Am Sad's channel and the King O Caesar. So yes, I went off on a tangent. Gas is real. Mine is always trying to the house fire. Bro, you don't got it like me. You don't got it like me. It feels like no one does, but yeah. We all go through it a bit. So instead of split action, I think this is a question. So instead of playing and muting your build in the sequence, you piano roll and cut what you don't want out. Yeah, it's exactly what I do. And I was kind of demonstrating earlier. I do use the track mute group section window to like just preview what I'm gonna remove, to see what I like, and then I'll go into the piano roll, and then I'll remove those things like permanently. And yeah, use the cue links. It's a better feel when finished hit. Wait, what? Use the cue links. It better feel when finished hit read again. Shift plus automation cuts off automation globally. Okay. Got some fire emojis. Yeah. I like the last hit. I think you might have been referring to those kicks on the outro. I liked how that came out too. I like that. This is a straight banger. Appreciate it, Johnny Ravioli. Appreciate that. We need a transition track on the MPC. What do you mean? It makes me think of like some of those older drum machines had like a fill button. Maybe that's what you mean. Probably turn the bass line down just a tad. Just as far as the mix, just turn it down. Yeah, definitely. Like, I've even done the mixing part. I guess, yeah, I think that would be the last step for me. And I was saying in the other stream, I want to do some more mixing type of content. I was hopefully trying to do a mixing stream, but the way things are going, I mean, right now things are good. Like, it's solid. It seems like there's no problems. But the way things are going with my setup, I don't know if I'll do those as streams, maybe videos. But I just like this stream thing. I like the chat, you know, because we could share ideas. Like, I can answer questions, and you guys also answer questions and give me tips. Like it's been cool, like making a beat in a stream, and someone's like, try this, and then I'll try it. I was like, yeah, heck yeah. The Q links, yeah. I'll put a link in the description later on. But yeah, you can find them on eBay. They're similar to the ones that you can get from MPC stuff. But I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, D Royal, this one was dedicated to you, bro. For that last stream, we were having a chat about not finishing beats, so you know, this one I dedicate to you. I don't know if you were in the last stream. This is a two-part series. Unintentionally, the stream crashed, of course. So go check the other video out, part 1, and I labeled it that. So we are here with us. We're here with us to the wheels fall off. I appreciate it. Hey, Dumb Jezza, appreciate it. I can't lift the noise, make them late night bangers. That's funny, man. You were reading that after that stream. That's funny. All right. So I think I was trying to work on the intro build up to the verse again. I'll work on it a little bit, and then if I don't get anything, then we'll move on. That sounds all right. What do you guys think about that build up there? Yeah, no doubt, D-Royal. I mean, using clip mode to add transitions to the beat. Huh. Yeah, man, I haven't dug into clip mode as much. I like it, though. Like, I've used it in the last couple beats that I was doing. Like, I initially brought the drum break in clip mode, and it was cool because it automatically warps it to your beat, so it was fitting pretty good. And then I also did it on another beat where I recorded a vocal, like a hook thing, and then I put it on clip mode, and then it also kind of like warps it. So yeah, I don't know exactly how to use clip mode. I'm not too familiar because it triggers like the whole beat when you press the pad that the clip is on. So I don't know how. I was trying to like program it in by clip mode. I don't know if you can actually do that. Like, honestly, these whole years that I've been using the MPC, there's like 2 really big modes that I've not used at all, and that's the step sequencer and clip mode. So never touched those really. I've looked at them but never touched them. So honestly, I think the clip mode is kind of the selling feature and the reason why they call the MPC Live, because I can imagine clip mode being really useful in a live situation because you can put like whole songs on there. Like this is how I'd probably use the MPC if I were gonna go do like a show, some kind of show, and I haven't really done that thing too much, but like it was like a open mic kind of thing. Bring my MPC and have all the tracks that I'm like rapping to in clip mode, and then have those so I can trigger off, you know what I mean? One thing I don't know is if it puts it all in the same tempo or something, if there's a way around that. I think you can turn warp off, but it might be an easy way to like set up a live set, and I could be controlling my live set, being my own DJ in a way, playing my beats, and then if I was singing or rapping or something, I think that would be a good way of using it if you're like a songwriter trying to do a show. So maybe one day I'll be doing that kind of thing. Exactly. More for live performances. Learning step sequence is nice for getting a different drum groove going, but I've never used clip mode or audio tracks. Yeah, I slept on the audio tracks for the longest time too. They were kind of confusing. Then when I figured out that the Q link's a little bit better, it made it pretty simple. Yeah, no doubt. That's good, Leo. Check out the clips and then report back. Let us know what you find out. I know you've been making videos. I've been low key checking them a bit, but If you put more up, man, I'm gonna be in there. Yes. Okay, so song mode, convert. Let's put this overhead back up. Convert to sequence. And I'll put this over here and put on track 10. So we go over to track 10. We now have a song. So I think like maybe this is a good place to start doing the automation. Put little sprinkles on it. Let's see if I scroll forward. Well, I was thinking about adding this lead in here. So I'm gonna change the start point so I can get to like where my verses are. So if my hook is 8 bars, my intro is 4 bars, and I think the 13th bar is where my verse starts. I think this is where I'll add this. turn this whole plugin down. So what is it? Moving into like some mixing here. I just put a plug-in on that, like a stereo width. That might sound good. And I think that kind of helps to transition a little bit with having that lead there. So, see, initially I was going to put that lead as my last part, you know, for my hook. Because this is how I build. I usually have drums, chords, and then bass line, or drums, sample, bass line. And then I add the little sprinkle is the melody at the end, and then I'm done. That's what usually tells me I'm done. But I've been a little stuck with that lately. Not that I can't come up with the melodies, but I've been wanting the song right. So I'm going to continue to say this because I want to bring this into a reality, because I feel like I need to be writing songs. Like this is where I'm going to feel best. You know what I mean? Like creatively, just as like, you know, a lot of creators, a lot of us over here, we create because it feels good. So it's therapeutic. So ultimately, it's about finding what you're best at, and I think I've been sleeping on what I'm actually best at least to me. And maybe I'm best at it because it means more to me to be able to express myself with words as well as making the beat. So yeah, this is my vlog too, you know what I mean? So I'm finding my way, and it's kind of my story. Like I want to verbalize that I'm a songwriter, not a beat maker. Okay, a lot of people will be like, I'm not a beat maker, I'm a producer, and you'll get in that whole conversation. But yeah, I think it's good to realize what you are and be true to yourself and be bold and confident in what that is and finding that. So that's why I'm going to verbalize this as much as I can, so that it leads me in the direction that I want to be led. So what was I getting at with that? That I'm moving towards, like, when I create, that I'm writing a song as I make a beat. I'm not making a beat anymore. I'm writing a song. So that's my ultimate goal. So at that point where I got my drums, my bass, and my chords or whatever, drums, chords, bass, that's usually how I create. So I got my rhythm, I got my chords structured, that's like the basis for my beat, and then maybe a bass line comes next, and then a melody which completes the whole beat. It's pretty simple, right? But instead of doing that melody by playing the keys, like which I was doing here, I was figuring this was going to be part of the hook. Nah, it's not part of the hook. It's just a little bit of a little sauce, a little flavor, a little sprinkle that comes in the hook, or excuse me, the verse. And then the melody of the song I'm going to start creating with my voice. So John 1:1, speak it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what you're referencing there. So I didn't know you know your scriptures, bro. Shoot, I feel like pulling it out right now. But yeah, words are seeds. You speak what you speak becomes your existence. It's kind of a biblical kind of thing. You know, there's a reference, or excuse me, to reference another biblical thing. It talks about, like, what you put in your mouth isn't what defiles you, but what comes out of your mouth is what defiles you. So a man thinks, he speaks it, he is, you know what I mean? So definitely there's seeds to your words. So, you know, speak the words that you want to be thinking as well, and let them, like, kind of like, you know, be in agreement with each other. So, you know, that's it. Lifted noise NFT coming soon. Yeah, I gotta learn something about that. So I think I will be learning soon. Site, you just let me know what's up. I think there's something coming. But yes, in the beginning was the word. So that's like a vibration. That's a noise, a lifted noise, ultimate vibration. And in the beginning, you know, it all began with that. Nothing was made that wasn't made from that word, right? So, you know, everything's vibrating. You guys ever check out that cymatics thing? And I don't mean like the music production company, whatever. There's this thing called cymatics. I don't know how you spell it, a little different, possibly. But it's pretty much like, if you look it up on YouTube, you'll find videos of these frequencies. They're using this machine to turn these frequencies on. And then I think it's like sand or water. But certain frequencies, you will start create these different shapes, right? And it probably goes into like sacred geometry type stuff, which I don't really, you know, admit I don't know too much about it. But you can see that certain frequencies create certain shapes and different things that we see in nature, and so it's interesting. You got hype for real when Sight dropped the Bible verse. I see you lifted. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I mean, not completely, but yeah, I didn't know that was coming. And yeah, so that's awesome. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm pretty much almost done with this beat. I'm not gonna do this on camera, I don't think, because I gotta go. I'm gonna go through and do some more sprinkles and stuff, and I think I'm just gonna play that lead part again on the second verse. So I made a song. If we go into song mode, that is just an intro, a hook, a verse, a hook, a verse, a hook, and then an outro. So pretty much two verses and 3 hooks. So it starts with a hook and then it leads out. So once this is done, I can just export it and I just upload it to DistroKid, because DistroKid, you got unlimited amounts of uploads. You pay once a year, I believe, and it's unlimited uploads. So I can just start uploading everything that's in my MPC, and that's really the goal now, is just, you know, do that. And so this, I'll do an instrumental upload, and then if I write a song to this, then I could start uploading songs to DistroKid, which will be awesome, because then I'll do, what I'm gonna do is like do rhythm and poetry videos where I'm spitting those raps. Whatever, I've got ideas that I want to put into fruition and just kind of bring everything that I'm doing together. So yeah, I encourage you guys to go watch the Dad Beats podcast that talks a little bit about how much money you can actually make, and really encourages you to start putting your stuff out. We had a great conversation about that. Like I was saying, it put a fire under my ass to like just upload 5 beats. I was up like super late. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna upload one, then I upload another, because it really is super simple. One thing I kind of just shortcutted was the thumbnails. Like, I just put some cheap thumbnails up just because I wanted to get in the motion of doing this. So that's something you might want to consider, but don't let it stop you. It really is, uploading is super simple. If you don't have a DistroKid, you can find a link in the description of like all my videos, this stream, for like a discount to DistroKid, because they sponsored one of my videos way back like 2 years ago, and it took up until this weekend after that stream on Sunday. So it took me till like this Monday, after 2 years of being sponsored by DistroKid, to actually use DistroKid, just because I've been sleeping. But thankfully I had that, and yeah, so hopefully it's the beginning of something beautiful. So I'm gonna just start uploading like crazy. Manifest it, bro. I put the same thumbnail and let it ride. Yeah, I was gonna put, like, my first track, I just put an orange thumbnail with nothing written on it. But then I noticed on the second one I was gonna do, it says please don't use the same thumbnail. So I guess you're saying you can, but I just didn't. And so yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna go get something to eat, really finish this up, and then try to upload it. See if I actually do it that quickly. I don't know. yeah, and then the next step site is that Song Trust. And I'm gonna start talking about these things more because that's part of my goal, like I was saying, is to navigate my way through learning the music business and then sharing that with you guys. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna leave it here. How'd you miss it twice, Ghetto Styles? I don't know, bro. But it's there if you want to check it out. I mean, this one ran an hour. I think the other one ran like 30 minutes or so. I wish they were just one video. I've had to do this on my last couple of live streams, break it down into 2 parts, but yeah, it is what it is. But that's it. Thank you all, man. God bless y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you guys kicking it with me, conversating with me, encouraging me. Super chat, stickers, all that. Oh yeah, if you don't have a standalone shirt yet, this is my shirt. I'm really starting to plug everything. Always been kind of bashful about that, but you know what? Patreon, links in the description. Shirt, link in the description. Dad Beats Podcast, link will be in the description. Go check it all out. God bless. Like I always say, stay bold, or be bold, stay humble, lift noise. God bless. Take care. Peace.